The promise of probiotics often sounds too good to be true. Tiny bacteria in a capsule that can undo the damage of a high-fat diet and calm a raging immune system. But in the case of diet-induced gut dysfunction, this idea isn't pure marketing hype. While no probiotic can erase the effects of years of junk food overnight, there's growing evidence that certain strains can meaningfully reduce gut inflammation, modulate immune signaling, and in some cases, help restore IL-22 levels and mucosal integrity disrupted by saturated fat intake. The key is strain specificity. Most over-the-counter probiotics are generalists. They may help with mild bloating or digestion, but won't touch deeper immune damage. However, several targeted strains have shown the ability to blunt the inflammatory impact of high-fat diets in both preclinical and emerging clinical studies. Lactobacillus rhamnosus GG, LGG, is one of the most studied strains in gut immune modulation. In mouse models, LGG administration has been shown to protect against high-fat diet-induced obesity and intestinal inflammation. It improves tight junction integrity, reduces gut permeability, and modulates local cytokine production, including increasing IL-10 and supporting the recovery of IL-22, producing innate lymphoid cells, ILC3S. This may be due in part to its production of specific metabolites and its ability to enhance mucin secretion, effectively reinforcing the gut's physical barrier. Bifidobacterium longum and Bifidobacterium breve have also demonstrated anti-inflammatory effects in the context of fat-induced metabolic stress. In animal studies, supplementation with B. longum helped reverse microbiota imbalances triggered by high-fat diets and lowered systemic LPS levels. More importantly, it suppressed inflammatory cytokines like TNF-A and IL-6, which are typically elevated when IL-22 levels drop. Some preclinical data suggest that these strains may promote a favorable environment for ILC3 function and epithelial recovery, indirectly supporting IL-22 production. Another promising player is Akkermansia mucinifila, a mucin-degrading bacterium that ironically helps strengthen the mucus layer rather than weaken it. Though not a traditional probiotic yet widely studied, mucinifila thrives in fiber-rich environments and its abundance is associated with increased IL-22 signaling, reduced metabolic endotoxemia, and improved barrier integrity. In high-fat fed mice, supplementation with pasteurized, dead, mucinifila reduced weight gain, restored mucus production, and reversed fat-induced gut permeability. While it's not yet available in most probiotic supplements, early human trials are beginning to support its therapeutic potential. Additionally, Lactobacillus plantarum and Lactobacillus reuteri have shown some ability to influence mucosal immunity, increase IL-22 in the context of gut damage, and suppress the negative effects of dietary fats on microbial balance. These strains seem to activate epithelial signaling through pattern recognition receptors in a way that helps reset barrier function and calm inappropriate immune activation. What these strains have in common is not just their ability to survive the GI tract or add diversity, but their impact on host immune pathways. Some interact with dendritic cells and epithelial receptors to signal IL-22, promoting pathways, often involving STAT3 activation. Others help by rebalancing the gut microbiota, displacing LPS-producing strains that thrive in a high-fat environment and reducing the microbial load that fuels inflammation. Still, there are caveats. Much of the strongest evidence comes from mouse studies or tightly controlled conditions that may not translate fully to real-world human behavior, especially when probiotic supplementation is layered on top of ongoing dietary abuse. A probiotic alone cannot override the pro-inflammatory cascade if a person continues eating large amounts of saturated fat, lacks dietary fiber, and maintains poor lifestyle habits. Without adequate prebiotic intake, e.g. inulin, oligosaccharides, resistant starch, many beneficial strains won't colonize or persist long enough to matter. That said, as part of a recovery protocol, ideally combined with increased fiber, polyphenol, and stress reduction, certain probiotic strains can absolutely help. They don't replace IL-22, but they can help coax your own immune system into producing more of it by rebalancing the gut ecosystem, lowering inflammatory signaling, and healing the epithelial interface. In summary, yes, probiotics can counteract some of the damage from a high-fat diet, but only the right strains and only under the right conditions. Think of them not as a magic pill, but as microbial reinforcements for a system that's been under siege. When combined with diet correction and consistent support, they can help the gut immune system rebuild the very defenses that dietary fat helped erode.